Hello there guys! For today's video, I'm going to show you how to create halo effect on portrait images in Photoshop. And also, we will dive deeper into using of Ellipse Tool, applying effects from blending option, applying color lookup, and gradient map. So let's get started. So here in our document, I prepare here a portrait image where we're going to apply the halo effect. So the first step we're going to do here is we're going to make use of the Ellipse Tool. So going on to the toolbar, now let's go to the shape tool. All right, so this rectangle, right click on it, and then you're gonna find here different shapes of tool. Okay, so I'm gonna make use of the ellipse tool for the halo effect. Once I click that, let's go to the options panel, and I'm going to set the fill to no color. For the stroke, I'm going to set this one to white. All right, also for this one should be set as shape. Now let's create an oval around the head of this subject. Okay, so I'm just to click and drag. All right, so you can see the shape here. So I'm going to create an oval like this. Right, then press Ctrl plus T for the transformation command, and now we may be able to rotate it. Okay, something like this. All right, so let's put it around the head of the subject. Okay, I'm also going to press Ctrl and click and drag this one here, creating that this oval is around the scalp. Okay, something like this. All right, now once we're good with it, now hit enter. Right, so this operation will turn to leave in the shape regular path. Select yes. All right, now once we already have this, now we're going to do the masking for now. Okay, so I'm going to click on the ellipse tool, add a layer mask, go down here, click on this layer mask. Click on the layer mask thumbnail, press B for the brush tool. For the options, I'm going to set this one to soft round brush. For the opacity, I'm going to set this one to 100%. For the flow off, 40%. Okay, and I'll start removing this part over here. All right, so it's something like his head is in the halo. All right. Okay, now we already have this kind of effect. Okay, now the next step we're going to do here is we're going to add the glow around it. Okay, so going on to the toolbar, click on the ellipse tool, right click on it, and then choose on blending options. And by the way, if you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my videos to other nerds like us. Well, moving back, now the next step we're going to do here is we're going to apply the inner shadow. So I'm going to click on this, right? Just take this one to apply the effect, and also click on the inner shadow for us to adjust the setting. And then for the blending mode, I'm going to set this one to multiply, for the opacity into 100%. Then for the distance, 0, choke to 0. For the size, I want there's a color yellowish around this white ring over here. So I'm going to set this one to 10. All right. Okay. And then let's go to the outer glow. Yeah. Let's click this one to apply the effect. Click on the outer glow layer. Right, for the blending mode, I will set this one to soft light. For the opacity, set this one to 60%. For the color, click this one and choose the color of the halo that you want on your subject. Okay, so let's say yellowish color, of course. Okay, then hit OK. For the noise, it is set to 0. For the spread, I'm going to set this one to 0 as well. For the size, set this one to 70%. All right, it creates like this. Then, once you're good with it, hit OK. Actually, we already created this halo effect around the subject. Now this time, we're going to make it more visible. So to do that, let's go to the adjustment layer icon. All right, down here on the right side bottom of the screen. Okay, so click on this icon. And then let's find on color lookup. Click this one. Then for the go to the properties panel. Okay, it says here 3D LUT file. Let's click on this, the arrow down. Then let's set this one to night from day. Okay, so there you go. So we're gonna make use of that preset. Okay, now it turns into this. Now the next step here is that we're going to mask the highlights. Okay, then click on the layer mask panel of the color lookup. Let's get on the brush tool. Press B. For the opacity, I'm gonna set this one to 30% so that we may be able to control the amount. For the flow, set this one to 40% as well. For the foreground color, set this one to black. And then, also for the brush, make sure you're using a soft round brush. And now we may be able to create the highlights around the head of our subject, okay? All right, so this creates an effect that the halo is glowing around the subject, okay? All right, so also the ears, like that. Now, once we're already masked on the highlight part, now let's go to the properties panel. Let's go to the feather and let's adjust this one. Let's increase the amount, okay? All right, softening the masking. All right, so I'm going to set this one to around 70%, okay? Then, after this, let's go to the adjustment layer icon once again, right? Click this one, and this time we're gonna make use of the gradient map. Okay, once we already applied the gradient map, now let's go to the properties panel of it, okay? And click on this for the color. All right, so this time we're going to set the highlights to yellow, okay? All right, something like that. Then for the shadows, set this one to black. Now once all said and done, hit OK. All right, now this time we're going to copy the masking of the color lookup from the gradient map. So to do that, press Alt, hold it, and click and drag this one to the gradient map layer. Right, so replace layer mask, hit yes. Okay, now, once we already selected the layer mask thumbnail of the gradient map layer, let's invert this one by pressing Ctrl+I. And there you go, all right? And then, if you think that the highlights is too much, let's just decrease the opacity. Okay, so let's set this one to about 80%. And one last thing, for the halo to be more visible, let's go to the Ellipse Tool, click and drag this one on top of the gradient map layer. All right, something like this. And there you have it. Now let me show you the before and after. This one is the before, and this one is the after. And that is how to create halo effect on portrait images in Photoshop.